Welcome to the second episode of the Kippax podcast. Today we will be doing our reaction to the England squad announcement, the 2024 Euro squad. Gareth Southgate has announced a provisional 30-man squad for the upcoming 2024 Euros. The squad will later be trimmed down to 26 players ahead of the tournament. While Southgate has named a strong squad filled with stars like Harry Kane, Kyle Walker, Trent, Saka, there are some notable absentees from the squad to go to Germany. Big absentees are Pope, James, Chilwell, Colwell, Phillips, Henderson, Rashford, Sancho, Sterling, and Solanke. But before we dissect that portion of the announcement, let's have a detailed look at the players that he has chosen to be a part of his training squad. Goalkeepers: Jordan Pickford, Ramsdale, Dean Henderson. Southgate's super wildcard pick is James Trafford from Burnley. For fans who are unfamiliar with Trafford, he was very instrumental in England's under-21 winning the Euros. He is an academy graduate from Manchester Illustrious Academy that has produced multiple Champions League and Premier League goalkeepers. Maybe wondering why is he bringing a goalkeeper who has been relegated with Burnley. In his first full debut season in the Premier League, Trafford has a save percentage of 64% behind an ever-changing defensive line, and he distributed 182 accurate long balls with a pass success ratio of 62%. He's good with the ball at his feet, which means he can operate under pressure. He has 2 successful dribbles this season. He has a dual success ratio of over 87%, which means he can command his area. Trafford's inclusion is an astute one because Ramsdale hasn't played enough competitive minutes this season, and Dean Henderson is an injury-prone player with recurring lower body injuries. All the goalkeepers are capable shot stoppers and distributors of the ball. Four great picks. Move on to the defenders, where we have Speed Maestro, Kyle Walker, the one that pockets Vinicius Jr. We have John Stones, the one that plays in midfield, Harry Maguire, the ever-missing defender, Luke Shaw, the left back, Trippier, the Man City graduate, Gueye from Crystal Palace, Gomez, the injured Gomez, Brathwaite, Quansah, Dunk, and Quansah. In the defender section, we have some seasoned veterans that have been called up multiple times by England, but Southgate has added some youngsters to the squad also. Somebody is definitely teaching him how to cook, because he's adding some spices to the defender section right here. We all know white people can't cook, black people are the best chef, Asians are good at maths, white people are good at enslaving others. Yeah, that's true. So a quick analysis on the young players that he has chosen to bring with the squad. Alright, let's start with Gueye. Gueye has had 3 outstanding seasons at Crystal Palace. He has grown, he has improved on the ball, improved in one-on-one situations, and he is a good player to bring with the squad to the Euros.
Jarell Quansah
is having his first appearance in the squad after having a breakthrough season at Liverpool, amassing over 1700 first team minutes, but I don't think he will make the final cut. Everton unearthing 2 gems of a player in the same decade in John Stones and Brathwaite is something that needs to be studied. They both have similar playing profiles, but what makes Brathwaite so alluring is that his defensive abilities dovetail with his in-possession ability as a left-footed centre-back, capable of progressing play, aligned with an imposing frame. The ingredients are there for an elite centre-back. Brathwaite has taken something from every environment he has been in. He has gained physicality at an early stage at Carlisle and on loan at Blackburn Rovers. His on-the-ball ability rapidly improved at PSV. His game intelligence has flourished at Everton. And this is the moment that Gareth Southgate needs to decide who he will be playing at left-sided centre-back. Brathwaite is a left-sided centre-back and currently we're playing Maguire in that position. Assessment from watching Braithwaite for a complete season in the Premier League, I think he should start over Maguire at left-sided centre-back. Maguire hasn't played enough minutes to warrant a place in the England squad. Braithwaite is a player that Manchester United should be interested in. His price tag is about $60 million. They should also be interested in 1,000. So that's a right-sided centre-back and a left-sided centre-back. They both can drastically improve Manchester United centre-back partnership with the non-renewal of Varane's contract. In midfield, Gareth Southgate has chosen to go with Jude Bellingham from Real Madrid, Trent, Gallagher from Chelsea, Jones from Liverpool, Mainoo from Manchester United, and Wharton from Crystal Palace. Declan Rice from Arsenal. Jude Bellingham has had a very successful season. He has posted 19 goals and 6 assists in La Liga, 4 goals and 4 assists in the Champions League. So he has 23 goals and 12 assists for the season. His move from Dortmund has been successful. At Dortmund he was playing as an 8, but at Real Madrid he is playing as a 10. Where Jude Bellingham play in this England team is gonna be a conundrum because he plays as a 10 at Real Madrid, but at this present time in the England squad we need an 8. We have Declan Rice who can play as a 6, Mainoo can play as a 8 or a 6, but we want a proper 8 who can sit alongside Declan Rice. Declan Rice is having an outstanding season at Arsenal in his new role. He's playing more as a centre midfielder and not as a defensive midfielder. He's helping out in the attacking phase of play for Arsenal. In that attacking phase of play that he helped out with, is contributing more to the team. He has contributed 7 goals and 10 assists. And here is where we have to think about which position he wants to play at England. He currently don't want to sit as a 6. He's playing as an 8 at Arsenal, but the England is going to sit and play as a 6, and another one who is going to play as an 8. Currently we have Bellingham who doesn't want to play as an 8, and we have Rice who doesn't want to play as a 6, and we do not have any other 6 in the squad. Southgate has foreseen this problem, and that's why he brought a lot of other midfielders, but they are what's the phrase, square pegs in round holes. The first of the midfielders that Southgate has chosen to play in midfield is Trent Alexander-Arnold, who was dribbled past more times than any other defender in Europe top 5 leagues. Trent has always been an enigma to his coaches. He was a centre midfielder in his academy days before moving further back to become a right back, which gave him his debut on the club. But in the right back position, he is more of a liability than an advantage, and Kyle Walker has made that position his own. Trent in recent seasons has been playing inverted fullback or centre back position to add more personnel in midfield and to help with the build up and creating unpredictable passing options. Trent has a one of a right foot and the vision of an eagle that Klopp has used to revolutionize the game that he plays. Is Gallagher the missing link? He has played a variety of midfield roles on the pitch this season, where he has developed as a leader and as a player. Poch had him playing defensive midfield in multiple key games against the top 6, like against Liverpool, Aston Villa, Tottenham. He produced 16 goal contributions this season. Adam Wharton has had an impressive run of form with Crystal Palace in the second half of the 2023-24 season. An intelligent and creative midfielder, Wharton quickly adapted to life in the Premier League after joining the Eagles in January 2024 from his hometown club Blackburn Rovers, where he came through their academy ranks, having grown up just a few miles from their training ground. Having stood out in the Championship following his debut for Blackburn as a teenager in August 2022, Adam was capped by the Young Lions at the under-19 level before stepping up to the elite elite level squad during the first half of the 2023-2024 season. As you can see from the positions played, he played mostly defensive midfielder when he was in the championship. He got 26 appearances last season. Adam has a lot of potential, but he won't be making the squad to go to Germany this summer. I think he will be a one for the future. He is currently being linked to a move to Bayern Munich, so even the people in Bayern has seen that he has a lot of potential. Manchester United has had one of their worst seasons since the Premier League has begun. They finished 8th, but in finishing 8th, they have uncovered a gem of a player in Manu. Manu has been a shining light in a woeful team. He has carried that team to 8th place, has been the shining light in the FA Cup where they have beaten Manchester City. He primarily plays as a central midfielder who is also capable of playing as a defensive midfielder or an attacking midfielder. An intelligent and composed player, he excels in driving the ball forward, using his dribble skills to navigate through tight spaces and evading defenders. Will he be on the plane? I doubt it. Gallagher is definitely going. Bellingham is definitely going. Rice is definitely going. But will Manu be going? For the forwards, Gareth Southgate has chosen Harry Kane, Cole Palmer, Saka, Foden, Bowen, Eze, Grealish, Gordon, Maddison, Watkins, and Tony. We know that most of these players aren't really strikers but inverted wingers. The only strikers we actually have is Kane, Tony, and Watkins. The other players are inverted wingers or attacking midfielders. The forward line have a lot of players that can play multiple positions, such as Cole Palmer can play attacking midfield and as a winger. Saka can play as a winger and attacking midfield. Foden can play number 10, number 9, and as a winger. Eze can play as a attacking midfielder and also a winger. Gordon can play as a winger or number 9, so the Gareth Southgate definitely have options to choose. Harry Kane's position in the team is definitely he will be going to the Euros. He has moved to Bayern Munich and has broken every Bundesliga goal scoring record over there, but he didn't win the league. The league was won by Bayern Leverkusen. Phil Foden this season has won the Premier League Player of the Season. He has had one of his best career goals tally and goal contribution tally of his entire career. He's looking even better in the number 10 position than he looks on the wing. A player that has shown the best version of himself this season is Cole Palmer. He has stepped up from Manchester City bench to join the first team of Chelsea, and he has had an outstanding season, having double-figure season of goals and assists, being the best player in a Chelsea team that has been woeful all season. He has brought Chelsea back to Europe. Eze is a typical street baller that grows up in London. He has great ball control, great vision, great passing. He's good in small spaces. So he also has a good understanding of the game, when to make runs. And that is Gareth Southgate 33-man squad with a bit of analysis on each player, each new player that he has added to the squad. I don't think any of the new player has broken into the starting 11. Alright, so let's do an potential starting 11 for the team. We know that we have Pickford in goal, we have Maguire and Stones playing centre back, we have Walker on the right, Trippier on the left. Midfield is Rice at 6, Bellingham at 8, and probably Foden at 10. Saka on the right, Grealish on the left, Harry Kane playing number 9. We could have Gordon, if you're adding the new players, Gordon on the left, or Bowen on the right. While he do have a lot of players to choose from, I think he will stick with the old players and only use the new players in case of emergency off the bench. Let's have a brief discussion on the players that didn't make the squad. Pope has been out most of the season recovering from a shoulder operation. James and Chilwell both recently back from long-term injuries and aren't match fit. Jarell has had a decent season since joining Bayern in the winter transfer window, and so has Cowell at Chelsea. They both missed the squad because of better players ahead of them. Henderson and Phillips both were having very disappointing season. They made transfers that didn't work out. Sterling hasn't shown any signs of the player he was under Pep and has not been selected for the previous international squads. Sancho took a winter transfer from Manchester United to rejoin Dortmund after having a disagreement with Ten Hag. Sancho this season has been a key player in Dortmund Champions League run to the final. Solanke has had the best season of his life this season, producing 25 goals contributions for Bournemouth, but Harry Kane and Watkins are ahead of him in the pecking order. What can we say about Rashford? He has produced world-class moments, but there are few and far between. He is not consistent. We know he is a player that uses his emotion to guide his choices. This season, he has been disappointing again, but we know that he is not in the best of mental health. He has experienced the death of a close friend and parted from his girlfriend who he has been engaged with for many years. Subscribe to the channel, turn on those notifications. We'll be doing the analysis for the Euros games